Hey, Bob, you're watching Dolly Vision.
The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Unravels cracking through the heat. Lost soul shouting echoes in the night. Mock the truth while live on their light. Jumping up, Dolly Vision screaming real. True crime scene blast to feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Tracks on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? Whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, keep the beat. Truth unravels, cracking through the heat. Lost soul shouting echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light.
What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house again today. Today, we're talking about a whole bunch of missing people. All right, listen. The boogeyman is real, but he's not a scary monster that you watch on TV, okay? It's these parents that you got to be scared of. Now, you ain't got to be scared of Jason Voorhees. You ain't got to be scared of Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Art the Clown. We're good guys. We're good guys. Now, it's the parents of these missing kids that you got to worry about. All right? They're the real killers. We get a bad rap, okay? We get a bad rap. And PJ has been a member for 36 months. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, take the wheel. Swerving and curving up in here, right? Swerving and curving. So today, we're going to be talking about some of these bad parents, okay, that need Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger to come visit them, okay? Come visit them. But anyway, if you haven't yet, make sure you give the video a like, all right? If not, I'm going to creep up on you in the middle of the night. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't need the smoke. So like the video, leave your DNA, fingerprints, just in case you go missing, on the like button. Also, if you're brand new, sub up the channel. Glasses on under that mask. Okay. Well, I'm seeing as best as I can, okay? Nobody's got away yet, though. Nobody has got away quite yet. So, make sure you sub up, ring the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Join the crew, join the killers. Well, the killer chasers, right? That's what we do, is we hunt down the real monsters, So let me give my warnings. Dolly Vision, Jason Voorhees here, is for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of slashing. So don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion, people. Completely satire. We ain't taking calls. So the hell with the callers' opinions. And everybody is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. Okay? In the biggest one of them all. Never try to be Dolly at home. Okay? Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Thank you for getting on the slasher train today. And happy Halloween to everybody out there. I know Halloween is tomorrow, but we're starting the party a little early. We're just starting the party a little early. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, bam! Wow. Yeah. I'm scarier like this than I was with the mask on. Good Lord. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about some of these missing people here today. Of course, you know, like I said, it ain't the monsters. It ain't the boogeyman you got to worry about. It's these kids' parents that don't want to do any talking. Yesterday, Jack, you know, Jack&Lily Sullivan, missing Nova Scotia, was Jack's birthday. Bubby says, happy Halloween, 18 months. Is that what it says? 13 months? I can't tell. I can't even see it. I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. I got a pair, I think. I got a pair. Bang, bingo. He makes a good Jason Voorhees. Well, thank you. You know, I'm just doing my best to slash. Okay, these things are so damn dirty, I can't even see all of them. Good morning, Jimmy and chat. Good morning. I'm scared. Happy Halloween. Well, you know, they had a prayer vigil for Jack&Lily Sullivan yesterday, which, you know, was Jack's birthday. Still missing. Parents still not doing shit to find their kids. It's almost disgraceful. Stacy, 84, 64, been a member for 34 months. I haven't been watching lately. I had broke my back. Spinal. Okay, spinal. You broke your back. Well, I hope you're okay. And loves Dan. Just gifted $1 membership. So if you got that membership, make sure you thank Love Dan. I wasn't live with you guys last night. I had a bunch of stuff to do around the house. So I was taking care of that stuff. So I didn't get a chance to go live. I was going to do a movie night last night, but like I said, I had a bunch of things to catch up on. So that's what I was doing. So I figured, hey, I'd come here with you guys this morning, hang out a little bit, chop it up, because like I said, I didn't get a chance yesterday. And I haven't been streaming much lately. I've just been taking care of things, and but believe it, you know, because it's still while the weather's decent. So once the weather gets cold, I'm going to be streaming a lot more, because that's when I kind of just hibernate in the house and do a lot of YouTubing. Now you look like the Toxic Avenger. You took the mask off. Right? I look better with the mask on, right? Maybe I should put the mask back on, right? Well, a whole mask. It has a face piece too. See, it has the. It's just hard for me to breathe with all that stuff on. So, maybe I should have put the mask on like this. Dolly, today it's been 40 years since I stopped drinking. Amazing. Awesome. That is really good. You know, I haven't smoked in let's see, August, September, October. It's been 14 months. I haven't smoked in 14 months. So congratulations on not drinking. I've never been a really big drinker anyway. I do drink. It's just occasionally. Hold on, I gotta clean these glasses off. Give me 1 second. I cannot see. Let me grab something to clean these with. Okay, I am back. Like I said, there was a prayer vigil for Jack&Lily Sullivan. And, you know, the RCMP have really failed these children. They're lying ass parents. Listen, a lot of people think all I do is talk bad about parents of missing kids. Only, damn, these things are dirty. Or is it the rag that's dirty? I don't know. I might have wiped the car off with this. I might have just wiped some stuff on these glasses. Oh, I got another rag. Look at Art. Love it. Oh, Art the clown over there? Yeah, he's just chilling. I got Freddie over here. Freddie's on this side. Let's see Freddie. All right. Freddie and Art. You got to have life size, right? You got to have life size ones. You know me, I'm like a big kid. So I got Chucky over there. I tell you what I did get that's really cool. This is a little off topic from missing kids. Is I got a life size gremlin. He's in my storage unit right now. I haven't even put it together yet. But I got it because they're so hard to get. And I went in the store and they had one. And so I bought it. And then I looked online and I think I paid like $180 for it. And they're selling online already for $300 because they're so hard to get. And I just happened to be there when there was one there. So I bought it. And I took a picture when I was in Tennessee with the guy from the Gremlins. I forget his name. Anybody know the guy from the Gremlins name? But I took a picture with him. And I told him, I said, hey, man, I just bought a life-size gremlin the other day. He was like, did you get the one from Home Depot? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I think it was Lowe's. Did we get it from Lowe's or Home Depot? I can't remember. Dang, up early, Dolly. Love it. I love the witches at Lowe's. Yeah. Well, I got one. He was like, that one is really cool. So I haven't used it yet. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it, but I got it. Okay. So now I got a life-size Freddy. I got a life-size Art. I got Beetlejuice sits at my tiki bar. I got a life-size Leatherface. I got, well, who else do I got? I got a life-size When Mars Attacks. And now the Gremlin. Okay. And of course, Chucky. I got Chucky over there. Tiff, I have witches in my heart. They are all holding hands and light up. Oh, you got witches in your yard. You ever seen Sleepaway Camp 2? Yes. Matter of fact, I was just the other night, I watched Sleepaway Camp. Okay. So, yes, I've seen most of the Sleepaway Camp, Slumber Party Massacres, all that good stuff. There ain't a horror movie I haven't seen, right? I love a bunch of good horror stuff. So I was hanging pictures last night, like some of my autographs. Like I got the Freddie one that's signed. No, it ain't signed, but it's me and Freddie on the wall up there. I got the one of me and no, it ain't me. It's Pinhead, the one that's signed by Pinhead. So I framed them up, the ones that I got it in Kentucky, and I've been hanging them on the walls. One of them PJ don't like. I got the one with Nancy with the claw coming out the bathtub, and she don't like that one. She thinks it looks too pornographic would be the word, because she's laying in the bathtub and she kind of has her legs spread and the claw is coming up out the bathtub, and PJ's like, and I hung it right underneath the TV, so she's like, oh, now every time I gotta watch TV I gotta see the girl with her legs spread. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's from Nightmare on Elm Street, so, and then it'll sit right over there by my Freddy mask. So it's staring at me, and the claw is coming out of her hoo-ha. It is not coming out of her hoo-ha. It's coming out the water. And it's like one of the main images from the original Freddy movie. Have you seen the movie with Kohlberger's sister? No, I've never seen the movie with Kohlberger's sister. I made a baby Freddy doll. One day you'll have to show us your collection. Well, I'm still putting it all together, right? I have some of it in storage. I have a lot of it here, so I'm slowly piecing it all together. But okay, speaking of, horror stuff, let's talk about some of these missing kids that, you know, one thing I got in common with all the names you see up here on the title, right? Sebastian Rogers, Melodee Buzzard, Summer Wells, Jack&Lily Sullivan. All these people, okay, all these people you see up here, I believe that their parents may have something to do with the disappearance of all these children. So this ain't like, strangers. You think we worry and we're fearful of so many strangers, right? But the odds of getting kidnapped or killed by a stranger is very, very low. You got better chances, and I say this a lot, of getting killed by somebody you know or love way more than you do of a stranger. The little girl that went missing out of California, the 9-year-old little girl, still, as we speak right now, her mother has not been arrested. Okay? They still don't know where this little girl was. Let's just say that the mother left this kid in a cabin somewhere by herself because, she's a little bit crazy. She may have some mental health issues, or she dropped this little girl on the side of the road somewhere. Every minute that passes or goes by that the police don't do anything, it's a greater chance of when they find this little girl, she will not be alive, right? Because, I've been saying, hey, I think this girl's alive. I think this girl is alive. She is gone, bro, is what the comment says. I hope not. I hope not, right? I mean, I think the mother is a little bit paranoid. Wrangler, what are you doing? I think the mother's a little bit paranoid, and dude, chill out. He's like licking his feet or something. Better stop making all that noise. The mother has 72 hours to show up with her daughter. They've been saying that. They said that to her Thursday. It's been a week. They said that to her a week ago, that she had 72 hours to have the child. Is that a Sublime poster behind me? What, over here? No, that's Jason versus Freddy. That's Jason versus Freddy. I have a Crypt Keeper painting up here. I have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster here. A Bride of Chucky poster there. I have a Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street 3 poster there. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Good morning, Dolly. Good morning. Good morning, guys. If the mother didn't produce her little girl, why isn't she in jail? I mean, I don't know, right? Because, technically, we talked about this the other night, me, Mab, and Tony did. She really hasn't broke a law. There's not a law that says you can't hide your kid. All right? And there's no law that says you have to talk to the police unless you're being charged with something. So right now, they should have went in front of a judge and got an order for this lady to produce her child. Stacy says 72 hours have been way up and they have done nothing. I agree. And now, let's say they find this kid and the kid's been dead for like 2 days. Dolly, I hate to say this, but she's paranoid about somebody taking her. Then she wouldn't have left her alone or with anyone. Not necessarily. If she's just worried about the other side of the family taking her, she could have hid her somewhere. And that's what I'm thinking she did. Dolly, when was the last police conference on this update? Been seeing like it's just the same info talked about in the media. T. Lee says, there hasn't been. There is no charges. She's not charged with nothing. There's not been no press conferences. They're basically saying they're asking the public on the news if they seen the white Impala to report it. So they're still looking for tips. Call the mom on speakerphone and tell her we're live. I don't know the mother's number, so I can't just call the mother. And if she ain't talking to the police and she's not talking to her own family, what makes you think she's going to talk to us? I mean, I really doubt she does that. So, I mean, I know she has some mental health problems, but I think she knows what's going on. Like, she ain't so out of her mind she don't know what's going on, because she's had family members go up to the door and talk to her. She's been served paperwork that she signed. So, thank you, Helena. Thank you so much. Does anyone know why she decided to homeschool her a year ago? Was it to keep her away from some kind of danger or something? That we don't know. Right? She had one other daughter. That daughter is with the father. Okay, so, and you got to remember, she was with Melodee's dad, and he died in a motorcycle accident when she was 6 months old. So, I mean, that's a little bit of trauma to go through right there, especially, you know, you're a single woman and you don't really have an income because she's not working. She's kind of living off government assistance. And then the person that you have a kid with dies, and that leaves you to take care of that child by yourself. There should be a law in order to protect every child that has to produce their child if he or she is reported missing. But she ain't been reported missing by the parents, right? Can you report somebody else's kid missing? Think about it. Can you be like, well, my neighbor's kid's missing? I mean, you would have to be the parent of that child to report it missing, and she ain't reported the kid missing. There's no law, technically, against hiding your child. Women do it all the time. When they fight with their husbands, they'll go hide the kid somewhere, and when they're battling over custody, and do stuff like that, scared that the husband's going to take the kid and the person's not going to let you see the kid. I'm sure some of you out here been through custody battles and somebody trying to take your kid, right? I went through a big custody battle with my baby's mom, so she was always being shady about where my kid was at because she didn't want me to come snatch the kid, right? So I can understand women hiding the kid, especially if you're going through some custody stuff. But she really wasn't going through anything with custody other than it seemed like the father's side of the family wanted the child. So I don't know if this is a case of she's unfit. And if she was so unfit, why didn't they reach out before this to try to help her? Why didn't they report the child missing? Like that side of the family. Thank you, Helena, for gifting those 5 memberships. And if you got one from Helena, make sure you thank her. And James, thank you so much for your 99-cent super sticker and jumping on the Slasher Express this morning, right? Backs, Dolly. So, I mean, like, if she had mental health issues, they should be trying to help her with the child instead of see, because I really, truly think she's scared. When the video of the little girl was October 7th, which now is, it's been a little bit, right? What, 16 days? Right? 16 days? Or 15 days. Has it been 15 days? No, it's been over 15 days. So it's been about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, right? The little girl was fine 3 weeks ago. They got pictures of her walking into the rental car place. She was perfectly fine. Now, why would this lady drive across the country, halfway across the country, to unalive her child? I don't think she would. We are missing likes, Gemini says. Well, y'all definitely hit the like, guys. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm here early with you guys. I haven't been doing day shows in a while. Usually it's just nighttime stuff, right? My sleeping schedule has been crazy. I've been sleeping during the day a lot and up most of the night. But I slept in last night, so I got up. I slept a lot yesterday. I must have slept 12 hours. So I got a little bit of energy this morning. Was she trafficked by her mother just coming in? I mean, I don't know. I just think she was hid by her mother. You know, a lot of people think that like Sebastian Rogers was hid, Jack and Lily were hid. I never thought any of them kids were hid. This child, I do believe, was hid because of the mother's mental issue and paranoia, and there's proof that the child was alive on the 7th. And I think if the mother was going to unalive the kid, she would do it right there where she's at. I don't think she would drive all the way across the halfway across the country to unalive the child, right? So to me, I think this is a mother that was probably met somebody online, and because where she drove to is where she used to live. So she's familiar with the area she went to. How old is the child, Dolly? 9 years old. She's 9 years old. And at 9 years old, you can pretty much take care of yourself. I mean, I wouldn't say completely take care of yourself, but you know, you're not a tiny baby at 9 years old. So I think she could be with somebody, a family member. She could be with a family friend. If she's not with her mom, mom should not be collecting Social Security for her. Just because she's not in her presence don't mean, that she don't have the child, right? This is like, say, a family member brings me the kid and says, Jimmy, watch my kid. And I'm like, all right, sit right there, right? That don't mean you don't still have custody of the kid or you're not taking care of the kid. You just left the kid with somebody else. That's not against the law. People leave their kids with babysitters every day. Leave them with daycare centers. It ain't against the law to leave your kid somewhere. It ain't against the law to take your kid out of state. So, I mean, the only law she's broke is not, there ain't no law she's really broke. Not yet. Right? Until it goes in front of a judge and a judge orders her to reduce that child. And then when she don't, then it's obstruction. Okay? That's it. It ain't like a felony charge or anything. You can't get her with child neglect because you don't know if she's neglecting a child. You don't know who has the child. Okay, so you don't know if there's neglect going on because you just don't know. The only thing the city can do or the state is go CPS, do a report, go in front of the court, tell the judge, we need to see this child to make sure she's okay, and a judge will order her to produce the child. Until them papers are signed, there's nothing she can do. And when they charge her, she's really going to shut up, right? Then she's going to shut up. They don't have any proof that she's unalived this child or anything yet that we know of, right? But I'm sure right now that they're tracking the GPS on the vehicle that she was in because she was in a rental car. So they track everything. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Sounds like a place for a safe house. Well, who knows? I mean, it is possible she could have drove somewhere and unalived this girl. But like I said, why would you do that? I mean, if you're crazy, maybe, well, why couldn't you unalive her in California, right? Or what if you was going to unalive somebody and you said, okay, I'm going to take you to a state that don't have the death penalty. But California don't have the death penalty. So why would you not just unalive her in California where the laws are lenient on killers and they don't have the death penalty? So I don't think the girl's dead. I don't think she's dead at all. I think she's alive, and I think she's with a man that either this woman is tied to or one of her friends that she knows from when she lived in that area. and she believes that these people are going to try to take her kid, so she's hid the kid. That would explain why she had her in disguise, right? Listen, if you're going to unalive a kid, are you going to disguise her? And I don't really know if that was a disguise. It was just a wig. At 7:22, not if homeschooled. I think they have to turn in work. Yeah, well, the kid has to show up at the school every so often for certain things, right? And even if you're homeschooled. And what it was the year before she had showed up. She was homeschooled then too, but she was showing up with the child. The following year, which would have been the 2025 year, she didn't show up. Now, is the kid still being schooled at home? I don't know, but she didn't show up the 2025 year. But her mother does say she has episodes, right? And that she went in the house, the last time she had an episode, and the house was filthy. There was rotten food in the refrigerator, and she believed that she was trying to feed her granddaughter rotten food. So, I don't know. That's a little crazy. Now, she didn't see her feeding the kid rotten food. But at 9 years old, you're not going to eat no rotten food. You can be like, oh, hell no, get this out my face. Because at 9 years old, you can clearly say, hey, Mom, this ain't no good. I need, and not eat. Okay, thanks. I didn't know that. Maybe Mom helped her run away or get away from someone. Is the dad around? No, the dad has passed away. He died when she was 6 months old in a motorcycle accident. So he's nowhere in the picture. So there's nowhere, but his family is. His sister, his mother, and they've been trying to get the kid. And at one point they had the kid, and social services gave the child back to the mother. And is this a case where social services have failed this little girl? Now, we've seen social service fail a lot of people. It's weird when social service gets involved, all these kids go missing. In every case we have on the screen tonight, Melodee, Summer, Jack and Lily, all of these people had social services involved. And then, boom, kid goes missing. Thank you for answering. Hey, Wrangler, you're snoring, dude. Hey, wake the hell up. Did you hear the father of the little boy that drowned in the river in Oregon was indicted for child neglect? No, I didn't hear that. I wonder why. I mean, that just sounds like a tragic accident. The kid fell in the water and drowned. Ha, wake up, Wrangler. I mean, he's laying right behind my laptop snoring. So he's in the chair and he's just snoring like a little grizzly bear. No, I don't think they waited a while to. We are talking about Dane, baby Dane. That was his name. Okay, exactly. And she must not be doing that. So that's a law that is being broken. Good morning. Good morning, Rose. So, what do you do? Like I said, the social services should have moved faster on day one. They should have went to, right in and went to a judge or try to get in front of a judge. And I mean, I don't know how long it takes to push that paperwork through, but I mean, especially with her having mental health problems, because listen, it's be one of those situations where if she did do something wrong, is it because of her mental health? And do you put her in jail? Do you put her in a mental hospital? What do you do? Right. But she's had breakdowns before, little episodes, right? And she never hurt the kids. So why would she just do it now? I ain't saying it couldn't happen. I'm just thinking, why? But I think the same thing in the Sebastian Rogers case with Katie, right? Sebastian was 15 years old. She raised him for 15 years Why unalive them now? You see what I'm saying? Or was it some type of accident with Katie and, Sebastian was over medicated? Or he did run away. So it's one of those situations of, but then again, look, like Leilani Simon, she raised that kid for a while and then one day she just unalived him. So I mean it's possible, just I mean I don't know why, because I don't think like a crazy person. You guys are confusing virtual school with homeschool. I homeschool full children and they never had to submit anything except 1 year testing to prove that the child is being homeschooled. If not, parents are fine. Yeah, well, I think that the program she was in, she did have to show up every now and then. I don't think it was mandatory. Like I don't think it was mandatory they show up, but there were certain events that they had to show up for, and she did show up for the previous year, but this year she didn't. Hello from Scotland, and like I said, laws, East Coast. As soon as she would have said she don't know where her kid was at, she'd have probably been in jail here, right? But the West Coast, they're not real tough on crime, So, hey, Sweet Jones. Tina says there's different type of homeschools. My daughter's stepdaughter did one where she basically cheated her way through. Oh, well, that ain't good. You don't learn that in that way. Yeah, some of them have school packets, but some of them are mailed right to your house, right? Like there's people here in Virginia, and when they go to homeschool, they mail it to their house, and they go through the program, right? Do all the homework, and then they send it back. That's it. They don't show up at a build. They don't show up at a school, and a lot of people do it real fast. So they'll sit down with their kid and they'll go through the whole book real quickly, and then that's it for the year. No, she didn't learn anything. That's why you were against it. I believe the mother's paranoid and she has a lot of stress financially. Yeah, well, she's only $7,000 in debt, but when you broke, $7,000 seems like a lot of damn money. So I can understand maybe the whole. Let me move this right here, so I can sit back. Thanks for the membership. Let me tilt this back a little bit so I can see. Yeah, they were just telling me that the father's been charged with indicted for neglect. And the thing about this is when baby Dame went missing, that they said the parents were good parents, right? They were good parents, that they took their eye off of him for a second, and apparently he fell in that lake. And thank God that diver from Mexico came down and was like and searched that water, because the cops and that the cops had already searched there and didn't find them. So thank God that diver came and searched for him. How can Ashley pay for the house she lives in? That's the thing. I think she's losing the house. If you notice, when the garage is open, there's a bunch of stuff in boxes. I think she planned on running. I think she planned on ducking out on her debts. She was going to lose the house. So she went and put the kid somewhere. She's coming back to pack stuff up. And she tried to rent another vehicle, but couldn't get it, right? She couldn't get the vehicle. And I think she plans on taking off. And she was going to run. We're speaking of Melodee Buzzard, okay? Melodee Buzzard, 9-year-old little girl out of California, that her mother won't say where the child's at. So the child is missing, but hasn't been reported missing by the mother, right? And she won't give any information. She won't say anything. She ain't saying that the kid's missing. She's not saying the kid's dead. She's not saying the kid's alive. She just ain't saying anything. And they don't have nothing to charge her on. So she's just living her best life right now, locked in the house. According to the neighbors, she's still there, right? And they believe she was in the house burning papers because there was ashes coming out the fireplace. Like when you usually burn wood, you don't see ashes blowing. When you burn paper or cardboard, a lot of ash will come out your chimney. And so the neighbors have been watching the house, and they believe she's in there burning papers. But I mean, I don't know what she'd be burning, receipts or any. But they're gonna know everywhere she went in that car. 309 thumbs up. We got 600 people in the room, guys. If you're here with me this morning, make sure you do me a solid like the video, okay? Definitely hit that like button for me. Yeah, that diver needs to search near Jack and Lily's home. Well, I mean, what would be left of these kids after this amount of time? You got to remember the body breaks down fast when you're dead. Okay? I mean, at this point, if Jack and Lily's out there, I don't mean to be gross or anything. They're bones. Probably little bones because they're small children. And same thing with Sebastian. Sebastian would be nothing but bones. Summer Wells, nothing but bones. I mean, you look at they have these body farms. I've been wanting to go to one because I think it'd be cool just to know, because I discuss true crime so much. But they have these body farms. They had one in Nashville where you could go to it, and they leave bodies out in different conditions, like wrapped in plastic, buried, like in a refrigerator, things like that, so they can watch how the bodies decompose and how long it takes for a body to break down. If you look at Brian Laundrie, okay, remember Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, he was skeleton in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks dead in them woods, and he was basically a skeleton. They found his mandible, and they found part of his spine and ribs. Okay, so they found a little bit of his ribs, a little bit of his spine, and his mandible. And the mandible was one of the first things they found, and that's when the police came on the news, and he was like, "Yeah, we've recovered a decomposed mandible," which is basically they found his jawbone, right? And I remember PJ, and they tested it with DNA, and it's him, right? PJ says she believes that Brian Laundrie's still alive and walking around. I was like, well, if he's walking around without a bottom jaw, because they found his bottom jaw. And I don't think he's alive. I think he's pretty damn dead, right? So, your body breaks down pretty fast, especially in hot weather. Not only that, areas that have wild animals, okay, like in bugs. Believe it or not, this sounds nasty. Maggots will eat you quick. So if flies get to you, now if you're in some cold water, you might last longer. If you're buried and wrapped in plastic or something, you may last longer. It may preserve you a little bit because the ground, depending on how deep it is, the ground gets cold, right? So it actually insulates you a little bit. You may last longer buried, believe it or not. But if you're on the surface of the ground, oh yeah, you're not going to last long at all. The cold will freeze. That's what I was just saying. It depends on the conditions, right? But I don't think they're with us, right? I think the little girl is still alive, of course, but like Jack and Lily, I know they're not with us just because of their parents' behavior, right? The parents ain't acting right. Daniel is a creepy ass weird dude that I believe the reason he jumps in front of the camera so much is he just wants attention. It kind of reminds me of Chris Proudfoot. You know how much remember Chris Proudfoot was on the internet every night. He was doing all these late night YouTube circus. He was making his rounds on YouTube. Same thing with Seth. I think a lot of them people needed attention and they were up there, but the people that are the most responsible, like let's just say Jack and Lily, Malaya Brooks, you didn't see her doing anything, right? Katie Proudfoot, you didn't see her doing anything. Candace Bly, you didn't see her doing anything, right? So, and then of course Don Wells was always trying to get out in front of things, and they had a PR person. Anytime you have a PR person in a missing kid case, that's weird to me, right? Like, why would you need a PR person? If you're the parent of a missing kid, it seems like you would be out there searching for that kid or handling things yourself. Dolly, this crazy woman isn't acting right. You're absolutely right, Pink Rose. She's not acting right. But the only thing is we seen the kid on the 7th and the kid looked healthy. And I could be wrong. But I'm praying to God that I'm right. And I got a pretty good high batting average of being wrong or right. And you know me, I usually don't say a kid's alive. I'm usually like, parents did it, their bones, you know. But on this one, for some reason, I just got this gut feeling. And you always go with your gut that this child is alive. You live in the next county over and no one talks about Sebastian anymore. It's so sad. Yeah. I mean, think about this. There's kids that go missing all the time in Tennessee, right? A lot of them we don't hear about because it's not mainstream media, but you can only put so much resources into one person. Rangy, wake your ass up, snoring ass dog. He's just cutting Z's, boy. And the RCMP, I mean, I don't get how they don't know that Daniel Martell is a liar. I just don't get it. Like, I've been saying this since the beginning. He came up here, he told the internet one story, he told the press another story, and then he told the police a different story. So there's 3 different stories we got from the same man, okay? And yet they're going to come out and say he passed a lie detector test. Well, he did. RCMP didn't. He's come out and said he's passed a lie detector test. How can you pass a lie detector test for the police, but you can't pass the YouTube lie detector test? Like, it don't take an idiot to see how you done said 3 different stories, right? What happened to Malaya gave the kid to somebody, the kid's in the Indian reservation? What happened to that story? That story's completely changed now, right? So you got all these different stories. He was awake, she was awake. Then they change it up, and then even the police didn't believe him. The canine dog dude didn't believe nothing Daniel was saying. You know why the canine dog searcher didn't believe him? Because he's fucking lying. He's lying, and the guy that was with the canine ain't stupid. The guy with the canine told Daniel everything you're saying don't make sense, right? Because he leaves out the day before. And Daniel's always like, oh, well, I leave it out because it was just a normal day. So you don't really remember a normal day. Nothing stands out. Oh, yeah, you do. When your kid's missing, you're going to remember every damn thing from what led up to it. I mean, that's what I'd be thinking about, what led up to my kids going missing. But he didn't mention any of that, right? He never mentioned putting the kids to bed. They never mentioned feeding the kids dinner. Now they do. But at the time that Jack and Lily went missing, they didn't. So I watched a little bit of the prayer vigil last night, and it's just heartbreaking because I know these kids ain't with us, and I know that at this point that nobody's been arrested, and I think the RCMP have failed these children, and they're not going to make an arrest. And anytime kids go missing in a rural area, let's just say Tennessee, for example, nobody around, not very many witnesses, no cameras. There's no way to prove you did anything, especially if the parents are saying you ran away. And just think, if the mother here would say, if she could have said, hey, this little girl ran away, then you got to prove she did something, right? I mean, the little 9-year-old, what if the mother would comes out and go, well, you know what, guys, she ran away and I was scared to say anything. So then you ain't got nothing to charge her on. Like, you could, like, do you charge a person for child neglect if their kid runs away? Now, if she was leaving a child at home alone, they could charge her with child neglect, right, at 9 years old, because you're not old enough to watch yourself. But, I mean, look at Malaya's behavior. It's almost basically the same thing that Katie Proudfoot did. They both Joe dirted their kid. They both packed up and left basically as soon as their kids went missing. Let me catch up on the chat. Don't give her I'm not trying to give her nothing. I don't know if she's watching. She can't pay her bills, so I doubt she has internet. That's kind of mean, right? Right. I mean, I'm just saying she's living off government assistance. I don't know. She may have an Obama phone. Okay, she may have an Obama phone, and she got all kind of internet. Is the kid officially missing yet, though? Think about that. If you haven't reported your kid missing, is your kid officially missing? I mean, Jack and Lily's officially missing. Sebastian Rogers officially missing. Summer Wells is officially missing. But Melodee Buzzard, she's not officially missing. The mother's not reported her missing. The mother's not saying nothing. The mother could be like, hey, she's at my friend's house. So when they make her come to court, she can be like, hey, I left her with my sister, like cousin, my third cousin on my brother's side. I don't know. She could be like, I took her to Kansas. She's in Kansas. Like, if you make her produce the child, or at least the location of the child, she hasn't broken any law. Think about that. Let's just say she drove that kid to Kansas, right? Dropped that kid off with a friend, drove back, and when they take her to court, she goes, she's with my friend in Kansas. They can't do nothing to her. She hasn't broke any law. And if the kid is healthy and being taken care of, they can't take the kid because she technically hasn't broke a law. I mean, it's like, damn. But that has to change. That is such a great area in our system. And you know how I always joke about Dolly law? Dolly law would be one of these laws that took care of this gray area. Because there shouldn't be that, right? And in this situation, I think it's like say you have a family that's missing their kid. I think all missing kids should be treated like a crime scene. All of them. Like how Seth was able to walk in and out of that house. Why Sebastian was missing. Another example, John Benet Ramsey. Okay? People in and out the house. Friends over cooking dinner when they find John Benet, right? You just contaminated the crime scene. How do we know Seth didn't go over there and kidnap Sebastian? Now, his DNA is in the house because you allowed him in the house. I think every house, every missing kid should be, in the beginning, treated, especially under the age of 13. Okay? A little different when you get over the age of 13, but under the age of 13, everyone should be treated like a crime scene. This is Dolly law, right? I don't know who we need to tell this to get this in effect and enough people behind it supporting this, but everything should be treated like a crime scene. It should be locked down. There should be a forensic team on scene, right? Because a lot of times when a kid goes missing, they go looking for the kid, right? That's the first thing they do. They need to do that, but at the same time, start locking this house down or locking the property down and treating it like a crime scene until we know for a fact that this kid is missing. Now, collectively, usually kids are more likely to run away than the parents murder them. Okay. So most of the time when they show up, it is going to be a situation where a kid is actually missing and not a murder scene. But I still think they should treat this way, separate the parents instantly. Okay, you come over here, you over here. Let's get you away from each other so that way we can see what's going on. Wrangler, stop snoring, dude. Start a petition and lobby for it at your congressman's office. I think everyone involved should have a lie detector test. I say we take the lie detector test machine and throw that bitch in the dumpster. Okay? Because once they pass one, everybody's like, oh, well, they didn't do it. They passed a lie detector test. Criminals pass lie detector tests all the time. That's what I'm saying. So you can't believe this. Let's see what this says. I'm joining Dolly and Wrangler on the first class sofa train. Just missing PJ, right? Ray's over here. He's knocked out, right? But he was up late with me last night. So he's been up running around, and so's Lolo. Both the dogs are knocked out. Tiff says, Dolly got to eat. You and PJ rock. Well, thank you, Tiff. Thank you so much. So we need to do something about how these scenes are handled. And I mean, does anybody think anybody's going to be arrested in the Sebastian Rogers case at this point? It's been 2 years. February, it'll be 2 years. All right. So we're about what? 4 months out from it being 2 years in the Sebastian Rogers case. I don't think they're ever going to arrest anybody in the Sebastian Rogers case. If Chris and Katie did do this, and I say if, because, you know, it is likely that this kid could have ran away. I mean, it sounds crazy, and it's probably a slim chance, but it's possible. If they did do it, I believe they got away with it. You know, they say it's hard to commit the perfect crime. And, you know, usually people make mistakes, but I don't know. Maybe it's easier to unalive somebody and get away with it than you think it is. I've been watching this show, Making a Serial Killer. And it's on Amazon. Okay. It's not the Stephen Avery's Making a Murderer. It's Making a Serial Killer. And it shows all these different serial killers and how many people they killed. And I mean, you would think you get caught the first time, right? But all these people are killing all these damn people. And I'm like, you would think it'd be hard to get away with crimes, even today with DNA and all that stuff. But shit, people still be getting away with it. Yeah, Dolly Law, only 1 in 1,000 are solved. That's just nuts, right? It's just nuts that they can't figure out who done it, right? But I was just watching all these people kill multiple people and not get caught. I mean, we usually only know about the big ones, like, you know, John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Green River Killer, BTK, Night Stalker. But believe it or not, there's thousands of serial killers. Some of them are not even mainstream. Like, you don't even know their name. Like, the Making of a Serial Killer, there's not one serial killer up there that I knew who they were. Not one. But all these people they were talking about were serial killers. And I was like, damn, there's a lot of serial killers. And if you look up right now in the United States, there's probably 50 or 60 active serial killers in the United States at any given time. And haven't been caught. Even like especially if you haven't never been arrested or never Sebastian, justice will be served. Yeah, I guess. Okay, but what about this? What what if they unalive Sebastian? 10 years from now, they repent for their sins and start praying and accept the Lord Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Are they going to heaven? I mean, the Christian way, that's what it says, right? If if you accept Jesus, you can be forgiven for your sins. So will they ever really pay? I ain't saying they'll do that, but they already seem to go to church and stuff like that. So, but I guess God knows what's in your heart, so they would have to say it and really mean it, kind of thing. Dolly, do you remember Seth saying he could get inmates and ex-inmates to do anything for him? I don't remember him saying that personally. Um, but yeah, and Seth likes to be around criminals. He likes to be around bad people. So could Seth have something to do with it? Absolutely. I don't trust none of them people. Chris, Katie, or Seth. They were all trying to put him in a home. And I know a lot of people get mad at me when I say something about Seth, but he's pervy. He like I don't know. It's I don't trust him, right? And why does he like to surround himself with bad people like TikTok Tony, that whole fake intelligence agency, the damn it's crazy. He don't say nothing. He don't try to stop it, and in the whole trying to sue people, and I mean, it's bad. Um, it was the second interview, 100% Dolly. Now, I don't like to be around bad people, right? I want to be around the best people I can be around. And if you was a bad person, and this is say I didn't know in the beginning you were a bad person, I can understand that. But once I figure out you're a bad person, I'm not going to be around you. And he's just letting these people say the craziest things. I mean, fake rewards, and he knows that shit is a joke, right? Does anybody in here? Let me ask you guys. Do any of y'all believe the reward is $500,000 for Sebastian? Does anybody? If you do, press one. If you do, press. If you believe the intelligence agency, be honest. Press one. If you believe they're legit, press one in the chat. Okay. If you believe Dog the Bounty Hunter and them are legit, press one in the chat. If not, press two. I just want to see where y'all are at. There's almost 700 of you here. Nope. Anybody? Nobody. Nobody believes it's legit. What happened to all the people that believed it? Right? Look, all twos, all twos. It's twos, 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 twos. Hold on a second. My producer's calling. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Okay, my producer says I'm buffering a little bit. So, guys, what is two? Two is you don't believe that stuff's legit that's coming out about Sebastian and the reward, right? I didn't see Dog sold himself out, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I just got a message from Dog on X. Now, I don't know if it's really Dog. It could be Nick or it could be, I don't know, but it came from Dog and it was asking me to go live and bring up their new figurehead or whoever else they got. I don't know. I just read the message and I had actually just seen it the other day, and it was like, from Dog the Bounty Hunter. And I was like, what the hell is Dog the Bounty Hunter writing me for? Listen, I'm honest about things. Okay? Like, I don't believe you guys. And it ain't nothing personal against these people because I'm just like from the show me state, right? Like, if you're really searching for Sebastian, show me, right? And then maybe I would support you. But they haven't showed me anything but a bunch of deceitful stuff, is what I think. Now, if you can prove to me that the reward is real and you're really looking for Sebastian, then I would help Dog the Bounty Hunter out. But I just don't think it's real. I just don't think it's real. And that's how I feel. And I'm not going to, I ain't going to just come up here and lie. I just ain't going to do it or say some shit I don't think. I wouldn't be associated with him at all, Dolly. You got more class. You're coming in good, Dolly. The Dolly Hunter, LOL. He doesn't have a verified account. If Chris would have truly loved her, he would have loved Sebastian. Absolutely. He would have treated her kid just as good as he treated her. Right? He wanted you to be the talking head, Dolly. Yeah. I don't get that. I don't get that because I've never really been pro them. So why would they want me to speak on their behalf or push, try to think I would just push a narrative they want me to push because they asked? Like, I had to believe in you. I had to believe what you're doing is right. Like, I can't just get behind some bullshit, right? And I think a lot of people on the internet, they showed their colors when they started backing these people because they were doing it for clicks and views. Real people would have been like, yo, these people are scammers and I don't want no parts in it, but they didn't. They all ran with it. They all ran with it like it was true. That's why when I talk shit about these channels and people get mad, that's why I don't have no respect for them because they would sell their soul for fucking $3.99 in YouTube ad revenue, right? Like, a click and a view is not that important. When stories are big, you'll get a lot of views. When stories ain't, like, there ain't a lot going on right now, views are down, right? But when a big story's popping, you see right now there's 629 people in the room. What, last month there was 5,000 people in the room. It depends how big the stories are, right? The people will come if the story is a story. You don't have to like sell your soul to get views. You don't have to. And it's just like people will do anything and say they don't got morals or values or nothing. Like sometimes I think that are these people even parents? I know Dog has kids that he says all kinds of shit to, but I mean these other people, are they even parents? Do they have any values or morals? Or what if it was their kid kind of, thing, right? Like, so basically, yeah, and like I said, we heard them say they were going to kick in doors, make citizens arrest, and do this and that, and none of these things ever really got done, right? So, to me, prove to me that you're really looking, you're really searching there's a real reward. Because look, remember when Summer Wells had her reward, they put all that money into a trust, and then at the end they gave it to charity because after a year there was no reason for the reward, so they gave the reward to another charity. I want to see something like that. Now, if the bank was holding money as a reward, I would believe that the reward was real. Subcloud, thank you so much, and welcome to the Blessed Express today. You ain't blessed unless you own the Express. And thank you for feeding Dolly today. For less than a cup of coffee, you can feed a starving Dolly. Okay, especially Starbucks. You can better have $15. You want a damn cup of coffee. So thank you, SunCloud. How's Seth doing being a YouTuber? Is he working, Dolly? Yeah, I believe he's still working. I believe he's still a correctional officer. I mean, I'm not positive. I'm not down there with Seth. I feel bad for Seth, right? I do, because he's missing his child. I think Seth's in the situation he's in right now because he put himself in this situation. I truly do. Like, if you would call me, right? Let me explain this. You call me up and you got a problem with my child and you want that child to come live with me, I'm going to get my child. Sebastian shouldn't even have been there to go missing. He should have been with Seth. But Seth told him, stay there a little longer. I'm trying to get everything right. And didn't take his child. When he knew that child was being treated bad. Hold on. Uh-oh, people feed me. I feel like I get to eat breakfast this morning. Duncan, right. How about another cup of coffee? Thank you, Duncan. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I get shaky. I can drink a Pepsi, but I really can't do a lot of coffee. I can do one Starbucks a day, but then I'm jittery all day. Like I don't drink a lot of coffee. That's more of a PJ thing. But thank you so much. I'll grab a soda while I'll throw it on my breakfast this morning. Rose says, Rosemary's Paw Patrol. I'm blessed to ride the Blessed Express. Well, thank you. Thank you for jumping on the train with me this morning. That goes on my bacon and eggs. All right. Well, I can't eat bacon. I can eat turkey sausage, which I ain't really big on turkey sausage, but I guess it's better than no sausage. I haven't eaten bacon since it's been 14 months, over 14 months. The crazy thing is, I don't want to get too off track, but I had a heart attack, right? And I'm in the ICU fighting for my life. And I'm sitting up in the bed, and they're finally bringing me like food that I could eat. So it's like morning time, and they bring me some eggs and like some greasy ass bacon. I ain't talking about no fake bacon. I ain't talking about turkey bacon. I'm talking about actually pork bacon, right? And I just had a heart attack, right? And you gonna bring me some greasy ass food in ICU? I still can't believe that. And then they kept bringing me food, and then one of the nurses goes, "You know what? You're not marked as being on a cardiac diet. You shouldn't be getting none of this." And I could have told her that, right? I could have told her just by the food they were bringing in hamburgers and damn. The first thing the heart doctor said is, "Look, cut out all that pork, all that greasy foods, all the processed foods, cut all that stuff out." And yeah, they brought me some damn greasy ass bacon in ICU. They trying to kill me. They tried to kill me up in the hospital. I'm trying to unclog my arteries. Y'all trying to clog them up. Sausage is just as bad for you, Dolly. Well, that's why I've been eating turkey sausage. I don't eat pork or turkey, chicken. I've been eating a lot more turkey and chicken than I do red meats. Okay, or anything greasy. I cut out all fast food, though. I cut out all fast food. I don't eat any fast food. I mean, I occasionally will, but maybe once a month, right? But I was eating fast food all the time, like straight up, like almost every day I was eating something from a fast food restaurant. Now I don't do that. So, do you like turkey bacon? No, I like turkey sausage. I don't really like it, but I'll eat it. You know. Um. All right. What part of turkey makes sausage? The hell if I know. But I just been trying to live a little longer, so I've been trying to eat a little bit better, which I still ain't eating great. I'm just checking on what y'all are saying. Dolly Vision, they were supporters of the trauma channels. Oh, to people at the hospital. Nah. I mean, listen. Even the trauma channels were left me alone a little bit. Only a few of them wish my death. Which who cares? Stay away from. I can't stay away from sugar. I just can't. Soda. I just can't stop drinking soda. It's my worst. It's the worst thing I do is drink soda. So I gotta have. I had quit drinking sodas too, and then I started back up. I relapsed, and then I quit drinking sodas again. Then I relapsed. Yeah, the Sebastian case is cold. Cold as ice. Cold as ice. Same thing with Summer Wells. There will never be an arrest in Summer Wells. There will never be an arrest in Sebastian Rogers. Jack and Lily, I don't think there's going to be an arrest in. Honestly, don't. I think whatever they've done, all these cases in these rural areas and these small towns, I don't think nothing's ever going to happen. I think we're going to be talking about this stuff, guys, for the next 20 years, which sucks because I so want some of these kids found. Well, I want all of them found, but I like it to be sooner than later. And if we do get answers, hopefully it's in my lifetime. They interrogated Daniel this week, but they ain't did nothing. They haven't did anything. You are what you eat. That hillbilly from Tennessee, Jody something. We talked. Okay, I'm back. Kindness Kitty cut sodium for sure. Too and usually meats. It helped me a lot. Think like diabetic. Yeah, well, I only eat really if I eat like say I make some hamburger helper or something. I use like the 94%. Like what is it? Yeah, 6% fat, 94% lean meat. So I've been doing better on that, and I eat way more chicken. Like I eat way too much chicken. Like it's to the point of where I need to like I am so over chicken, but chicken and turkey. I seen you in a wild chat yesterday, Turtle Gang. Shake my head. These chats and people I can't. Yeah, John Bonet was a bad investigation. Yeah, I would say so too. Um, and then when the water gets so muddy, you need to take fish oil. I got some in the fridge. I start taking them. I haven't taken one in a while though. I got some don't do a lot of processed foods. Add more fresh vegetables. Okay. Well, like I said, hopefully there's justice for these kids. Like I still got a little bit of hope, and maybe we know nothing's going to happen in Sebastian Rogers. Nothing's going to happen there. Nothing's going to happen in Summer Wells either. They pretty much given up on Summer Wells, right? So we know there ain't no arrest coming in Summer Wells. There's no arrest coming in Sebastian Rogers. Now, I know the police in the RCMP believe that Daniel and Malaya have something to do with it. I truly believe they do. Just like Hawkins County believes Don and Candace have something to do with it. It's just they can't prove it, right? They just can't prove it. So, and if we've went this long with no arrest, I don't think we're going to get an arrest. I don't have too much faith in Canadian law enforcement. It's still like not an old case. Like it's one of like when we compare it to like Sebastian Rogers or we compare it to Summer Wells, it's a lot more fresher than that. But they just don't seem to have anything. They can prove neglect. Dolly, not Chappie, PJ. Okay. He's been buffering. Okay, well, I'm sorry, guys. I can't help that. I'm sitting in my living room. Usually I'm in my studio and I'm on Wi Fi, and we've been having 3 days of nothing but rain. Okay, so the weather is terrible, and they're calling for rain over and over. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to drain some water out of my pool today because the damn pool, we got so much rain, the pool was overflowing. No buffering there. His live's perfect. List done on the store yet. Been looking for my stuff, but I still say processing. We're just wanting to know. I got to do some tumblers for Nina, and I'll probably get those done later today. I don't know what your order is. I don't keep up with the orders. I just do them as PJ tells me to do them. Jules says, "Did you know the grand jury in the John Bonet took 13 months? So Rogers' case that could be happening. 13? Nah, I don't think so, Jules. I think they got away with that, right? If Katie did something, Katie got away with it. I mean, it sucks, but people get away with committing crimes all the time, all the time. Everybody that breaks the law don't get caught. Everybody that kills somebody don't get caught. Like like I said, I've been watching a show about these serial killers, and they be killing for years before they get caught. And you would think they'd catch them fast. They'd be having DNA and everything. Still take them years to catch somebody. But they don't have anything. And at some point, they just stop. They stop. They throw it in a box and they throw it on a shelf. I mean, they don't really consider a case a cold case until 3 years in. But we're talking 2 years. They're not looking for Sebastian Rogers anymore. They'll follow up on a clue if it comes in. But think about this. They got so many idiots on the internet that report false clues and false leads and chasing the green hoodie guy in the damn lights for 2 years. It's like it becomes a joke, right? And all that does is bog down the police from looking for real clues. You coming in good in Kentucky? Rangy, you're snoring, buddy. That dog don't care if I tell him he's snoring. He's like, the hell with you, man. I'll bite you. Good morning, guys. If you're just coming in, and if you're just coming in, make sure you like the video today. There's only 630 of you here this morning with me. Turtle Gang Glory. Make a Dolly victim hoodie with turtles up the sleeve. Okay? I'll see what I can do. Yes. Hell yeah. Well, we're going to be making some new hoodies here soon anyway. Thanks. All right. I don't know why I'm using the mouse pad. I can just touch this computer. It's touch screen. So like if I want to pull your comment up, I can just tap it. Do you still have the Dolly victim hoodies? No. I mean, I can make one if you really want one. You just have to tell PJ. It'd be a special order. Because I used to do all the prints myself and weed it all out and then press it. Now I order them already done and let somebody else do them. And then I get it and still press the shirts. So, but I mean, I could do one for you if it really came down to it. If you really wanted one. Do you still have plans to go to Portland? I don't know. It looks like Antifa gave up. Antifa lost. I mean, it's like every time I look at Portland, there's like 3 people out there, and they're all like YouTubers. There's more YouTubers out there than there are protesters now. You have the Dolly Vision t-shirt, victim t-shirt. Okay. I'm not buying the whole Bobby thing, and the scent was close to her house. And I mean, of course, the kid may have been outside playing. And if we learned anything, the police said that the dogs didn't hit on anything. I mean, I can go back and pull the video up for you where the lead detective says the dogs didn't hit on a scent trail. So now you got all these people come out here saying, well, there was a scent here and there's a scent there. No, there wasn't. Not according to the head detective, there wasn't. So, and then the dog jumped in a damn retention pond. So that means Sebastian went out the house and then the neighbors unalived him. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying. If that was the case, Katie and Chris wouldn't act the way that they're acting. Good morning. I've been keeping up with Portland daily. They're still very much terrorizing the streets of downtown Portland. Terrorizing the street of downtown Portland. Okay. Well, I don't know. If it gets crazy, I'll cover it. I wanted a Dolly victim t-shirt till he put one on Candace. LOL. Yeah, Candace had one. That means they were alive while on the property, in my opinion, Jack and Lily. No scent led to Sebastian. Short legs posted my Gibson Go. Thank you. That's the money I used to travel with. Is Ava not afraid? No, they're not afraid. No. Why would you be afraid of them? They're just animatronics. They ain't going to kill you. I don't think she's a big fan of them, but I don't think she's scared of them. Rangy. Even Tommy Boy went home by 10 because there was no one there. That's what I'm saying. There's not been much going on. Rangy. Dude, you're snoring. Why hasn't anyone mentioned Katie's boyfriend she was supposed to have an affair with? Because nobody could find out who it was. Some people allege it was the neighbor, but that was all alleged. Now I heard the same thing too in the beginning, but I wasn't able to confirm anything. And then it came out that this neighbor down the street and he was married, and I mean I don't know. Wish I could hear him. He is cute. Who, Rangy? He's laying over there snoring his ass off. Hey, Lady for Justice. Yeah. I think, like I said, James says Rangy ain't hurting nobody. Yeah, but it gets on my nerves listening to him snore. Like, stop snoring, damn dog. He's had like a $5,000 nose surgery. Oklahoma representing in the room. Good morning. Good morning to you. He don't always snore, so that's why I'm trying to wake him up and like get him to move because he don't always snore. He does snore, but not always. Sometimes he'll lay right there, quiet as hell. Dolly, you decided not to visit that doll in Kentucky. What if you have a haunted item? I have a doll. I was just telling PJ I need to get a case for it. I got it right over there. Let him snore. At least he's not passing gas. Oh yeah, he is. He's like a little fart machine. That's all them dogs do is snore and fart. And I don't know what he be eating, but it smells like dead possum. Don't never get a French bulldog. No, he's lovable. Don't get me wrong. When he's not snoring and farting. Does PJ like her brain pen? I guess. She keeps it at work. So we don't have any brains in the house. Good morning, Dolly. Watching from Kentucky. What's up, Kentucky? Keep an eye out for that little girl missing. You collect Raggedy Anns and Andy dolls. I got both of them. Short Legs sent them to me. I don't know what the hell she was thinking, but she sent me. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Some of the things you guys send me. There's Annabelle. Right? Is this Annabelle? Yeah, this is the Raggedy Ann one. Because that's what Annabelle is. It's a bigger version. but it's the Raggedy Ann doll. So I mean, this fit. I told PJ today I want a case, and I want to put it in a case and put "Do Not Open" on it, like the Annabelle case, and then it'll look just like Annabelle, but a miniature version of it. So she got to have a little case, like a little black case that she goes in. Now, Raggedy Andy, is this his name? I don't know nothing about him, but I got them both of them. They sit on my mantle over there. But eventually it'll just be her in a glass case, and it'll be like "Do Not Open." So oh, the brain pen is here. Okay. I'll take a doll. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Andy, but this one I'm gonna put in a case. This is the boy one, right? That's the boy one. This is the little girl one. Let me put these up so the dog don't chew them up. If you want dolls, no, I don't want dolls. I didn't ask for dolls. Short Legs sent them to me. I don't know. Maybe she thought it'd be funny because I was there where Annabelle was. So when I got back, it was already here. So where's Lolo this morning? She's over there on her little couch. She has a little designer couch, like it's like a $200 little doggy couch, and she sleeps on it. I collect dollars. Most of my grandchildren. The ones that scare me are the porcelain dolls, like with the porcelain face with like the real looking eyes. Them dolls are scary. Now, I don't want none of them in my house. They like I'm good with the horror movie stuff, but I don't like weird dolls. They're kind of trippy, you know. Yep, that is my PO box. If you want to send me any horror movie stuff or anything, right there. Sage just posted it. All gifts are welcome, long as it's something cool. I'm like a big kid. I like opening stuff. It feels like Christmas. Your ex's grandma had creepy dolls. My sister used to collect creepy dolls, and I've never liked those things. My mom too. She would have those porcelain dolls. I think that was a big thing back in the day. Uh, they always creepy to me. Like they feel like they're moving or watching you. Um, During Scarefest, I don't know. See what you said before that. You say you have reborn dolls. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's very creepy. Uh, I don't know. I don't think I own anything that's really haunted, but this house. So, and my backyard is a graveyard. Do you have a Chucky doll? Do you still make soap? Yes, I still make soap. Why, you want some? I got a ton of new soap I just made. We got like cotton candy, raspberry lemonade, coffees and cream. And somebody asked, do I have a Chucky doll? Of course I have a Chucky doll. I told you I collect horror movie stuff. Of course I got Chucky. This is my Chucky candy bowl. He usually holds a bowl right there in his hand. Matter of fact, the bowl's in my truck. I gotta go get it out in my truck. When I did the horror convention, I took him with me, and I put candy in the bowl so when people came up to buy tumblers and soap, they could get a piece of candy. There was this one lady. There was this one crazy lady that kept coming up, and she would just like she would look at us and she would be like, "I love being here," and then she'd take a piece of candy. And then about 10 minutes later, she'd come back to the table, and she'd be like, I really do love being here. And then she'd take another piece of candy. And this lady, because I had the candy for the kids, right? Like kids that came up to the table so they could get a piece of damn candy. This lady ate like half the bowl of damn candy. And then PJ was like, I'm going to say something to her. And I was like, don't. Let her have the fucking candy if she wants the candy that bad. But yeah, I got Chucky. You had a Shirley Temple porcelain doll and her eyes closed. Oh, hell no. You can keep that. She loved the free candy. Yeah. I was laughing when you were talking about it there. Yeah. Yeah, she came by just tearing the candy up, boy. She wasn't playing. She's getting all the good stuff. She got handfuls all 3 days. It was too funny by day 3. Yeah, we were laughing about it. She did it every day. Chucky's girlfriend or wife is worth a lot of money. Yeah, I always liked Jennifer Tilly. The bride of Chucky. I don't trust Chucky. What kind of candy was it? I think it was like Kit Kats and little Whoppers. I had put some good candy. The bag of candy cost me like $25. So it was like a $25 bag of candy, and this lady was just ripping it apart, boy. But it is what it is. Dolly, have you always had a backdrop behind you? No, I shoot in my studio. I'm not in the studio. I'm just sitting in my living room. He looks homemade. You're a chocolate lover. You'd probably keep coming back. Um, no, I'm on my laptop. I'm not in my studio. We're about to change this. PJ wants to do. She wants it. I guess because everything's horror movie themed in here, and then we got this, and she don't think it goes with everything. I think it lightens it up a little bit, right? Like it ain't too evil, right? It definitely looks like you're a movie fan, right? But just horror movies. It ain't nothing else. Ain't no other movies. I got my Candyman. Candyman just died too. I got that signed by Candyman right before he died, which is really cool. Not that he died, but I got it signed before he died. So anybody watch Candyman? With the bees. So that's one of my, you can't replace it because he ain't alive to sign it. And which is kind of cool. Yes, I could never sleep in Dolly and PJ's place. They love horror movie stuff. Well, I'm a big horror movie fan, but PJ wants to replace this with like a graveyard scene, like a cemetery. I don't know. I mean, even though I like horror movies, I kind of like this backdrop, like the banner that hangs there. It's kind of, kind of sun and moon, kind of hippie-ish, I guess, right? I don't know. It's just colorful. I like it because it's colorful. What are you going to put it now? I really like it. She wants to do like I said, like a cemetery scene. to go with, like Freddie Art the Clown. And I mean, I don't know. She was just talking about it today. She was talking about it this morning. Okay, hold on. She just sent me some of the ones she was looking at. I'll show you guys. She just... All right, let's see. I really don't like that one. That one's kind of cool. I don't know if y'all can see this. But it's all purple. That one's kind of cool. That one's kind of cool too. I'm not a big fan of this one. That's too Halloweenish. Me and Bucky. Yeah, maybe one of the graveyard scenes. I don't know. I wish y'all could see this better. With the green and purple. You really can't see it on the screen. That sucks. There you go. That one's kind of cool. I want something colorful. You vote the hand one? This one, I didn't show y'all this one. This one's more like a painting of a castle. Y'all like this one. That one's just too gray. Like, that's the color of it. I'm not really digging that. I kind of dig the purple one. That's what the reason I like this one is because of all the colors in it. It's a cool castle. Yeah, I know. I mean, Michael Myers ain't bad. I don't really have a whole lot of Michael Myers stuff in here either. I have this big fake knife that's Michael Myers. Now, I got a Halloween Michael Myers over there. But the John Carpenters. It's made of wood. But it has Michael Myers on it. No, John. I would love to have a John Wayne Gacy painting. I would love it. Anybody want to buy me one? I heard that. I've seen different Pogo the Clown paintings. I mean, they sell up there in the thousands, right? Like, even if I could get a big, I'd do a banner, a Gacy painting banner. But if I could get the actual painting, oh my God, I'd love to have it. I would love to have it. Yeah, John Wayne Gacy was painting pictures from prison, and his paintings, they sell for a good amount of money. The castle is not bad. I like the sun you have now. You need something with ocean waves. Yeah, I like this one. I mean, PJ's been wanting to change it. I mean, I don't know. I like the one we got. She just don't think it goes with the horror theme, right? But I mean, if everything's scary, you got to have something that's not scary. I think it evens it out, right? You know, Dolly couldn't eat. Bet it would be an easy copycat. Oh yeah, I mean his artwork wasn't great. I probably could sit down and paint it, right? I could probably I could probably make one, but that ain't the same as it was actually painted by him. Like, cause this painting up here is cool as shit. This Crypt Keeper, I got this from a really good artist. The Crypt Keeper, I don't know if you can see it. The Crypt Keeper. See the Crypt Keeper? Me and Robert England. That Crypt Keeper painting is dope, right? I got that from an artist from I forget where he said he was from. He comes down for the horror convention every year, and I got it from him at the horror convention. John Wayne Gacy was a clown at my brother's Boy Scout annual dinner. The sun is fab. I mean, it's pretty cool. But it's been there a while too. It may be time for a change, you know. I mean, put one up, we don't like it, we still got the sun. You know what I'm saying? I like the sun. I mean, me myself. Same principle of timers. Okay, I'm back. Buffering a little bit. Buffering a little bit. Um, Now gone, frozen. The graveyard, frozen again. I should be back. Give me the thumbs up when y'all can see and hear me. Everybody good? Dolly, I will print one of my put Nancy Grace up. No, I do have a signed picture by Nancy Grace. I may hang that on my wall somewhere. Um, that she signed for me. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what's going on with my internet, guys. I believe it's the weather. Is Turtle Island tonight? Is it Thursday? Yes, Turtle Island is tonight. Yep. Get to the office, Dolly. You're lagging. Well, I'm not going to be here much longer. Can I put my decal? Yeah, you can get these made. You can put anything you want on them. They got a site that makes them. I use like a fiber optic connection. So I got really good internet, but it went down last night for like 3 hours last night, completely down. And that's the first time since I switched companies, that's the first time my internet's been out like that. Dolly, when do you think you would be back in Kentucky? I don't know. To be honest with you, I got to have a reason to go there. I don't just go to like, oh, let me go to Kentucky. I mean, that was like a vacation for me. I went to the Haunted convention, because I like. So usually when I go places, it's because of missing kids or a story. It's very rare that I go anywhere for myself, like just to go have fun. But I went to Kentucky just to go meet Robert England. I had that photo was the whole reason I went to Kentucky. To be honest, I just wanted to meet Robert England. He's like one of my favorite movie icons, and he's Halloween. Robert Okay. Can y'all guys hear me? Check, check. All right. Dolly gone again. Now I'm in the studio. Everything should be a little bit better. All right. I seen somebody ask Dolly, why don't you go to the protest outside of Ashley's house? Okay. And you know, I've already looked. Airline tickets to her house are $1,300. All right. $1,300. I was already thinking about going. And I was, my matter of fact, I would have already been there. And today would have been the day that I was coming back. And airline tickets were $1,300. So I was like, the hell with that. Okay. I don't got $1,300. And then you got to talk about 1,300 plus hotel, plus rental car and food. You're talking a $3,000 trip, guys. All right. When I go cover these cases, they're not cheap. Right? They're not cheap at all. Plus, when I was looking for tickets, I was sitting at Texas Roadhouse, and then I left my phone at the restaurant. And I was like, I got home and I was like, my damn phone is gone. And then I had to go back the next day, and luckily Texas Roadhouse had my phone. Thank God. So tickets to are expensive. Because where she lives in San Barbara, right? No, it's where does she live? Santa Barbara? Is it something like that? Because I looked, and when I looked, them shits were $1,300. Where did Dolly go? Do you guys not see me? Yeah, so I was looking Santa Barbara. Okay. Yeah, it was $1,300. Like, let me see what it is right now, just to I'm just want to look just to humor myself. Okay, let's just say we went today. What would it cost? Let's just see. I ain't going today, but I'm just saying if I did, and we were coming back, let's say on a Monday. Okay. Tickets right now would be $1,040. I'll show y'all this. Right there. Say if you left today, and it would be a 15-hour flight. Well, 9 hours on Delta. That's a long damn flight. Hold on, let's see. Prices are currently high. It was $1,300 last time I looked. Tomorrow will be $1,500. No, it's right now. It's 1,082 round trip, and that is if you went for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, came back Monday. Right, 4 days. So you're talking $1,000 there. You're talking at least $400 in rental car, right? You're already at $1,400. You got a hotel, which is about $160 a night. I don't even know how much they are. Let's just say close to $200 a night. 4 nights, another $800. So you're looking at $2,400 without food, right? That's the cheapest, right there. Cheapest flight is $1,040. The cheapest. Let's just say you left tomorrow, which I ain't leaving tomorrow because it's Halloween.
goes up. So, you left November 1st. It goes down a little bit November 1st. Say Saturday through Wednesday. Right there, you could get it for $872. Gets a little bit cheaper, but you still talking time you take the trip and do all that. You're looking at a couple grand. So, when y'all see me go out to the scenes, it ain't cheap because I don't stay in real shitty hotels anymore. Yeah, if you got the money, you can write it off on your taxes. Who's sitting around with you? Sitting around with $3 grand? Okay, I'm going to work. Be good, guys. I'm going to try to. The mother has committed no crimes. What could you do that wouldn't end you in trouble with harassment charges? What? Who would I be harassing? It's not an harassment to report a story. Just like the media being out there. You seen I was out at Emmanuel Horror's house for days in the desert with the police, with the media. The police treated me just like the media. I was able to get close to the house when nobody else could. Everybody was cool with me out there. I mean, they treated Dolly good. They treated me no different than they treated the media. So, and like I said, I do own a media company. So I have all the paperwork that says I own a media company. I'm legitimate. I got my paperwork somewhere. Where did I set it? So yeah, our corporation's legit. So it ain't nothing they can do to me. Can you do anything to Fox News? You can't do nothing to Dolly News. You just I got the same right as the news people. Now I had to put in for press passes, like if I'm going to events or something like that. But far as being on the scene, I own a damn media company. What are you going to say? I'm not media when I own a media company? You live 30 minutes from there. Don't waste your time. Okay. Well, go out there for us and videotape it. We'll live stream from your phone. All right. Anybody's in the area and wants to stream it here, go out there and I'll patch you in here. Right. That's all I got to do. I can send you a link right now and you can go live right here on our screen. Congratulations, brother. Yeah, it took us a little while to get 100% legal, right? To get all the paperwork done, the LLC and everything all straightened out. And finally we got all that done. There's still a little bit of stuff we still got to do behind the scenes, but everything's legit now. It took me a few years to get everything, straight. And basically all that really does for me is to save me a little tiny bit in taxes. That's it. Yeah, hopefully the woman gets the help she needs, and tells where this kid is at and lets everybody know the kid is safe or not. But right now they ain't doing much to her. And this is right up Dolly's alley. This is definitely a Dolly story. It's just like I said, right now it's so expensive to do it. And coming off the heels of the 2 trips I just took, I did California and then I went out to Kentucky. Believe it or not, I swear the flight felt longer to Kentucky than it did to California. But when I flew to California, I took a straight flight to California from Norfolk. And when I flew to Kentucky, I had to fly to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to Kentucky. And I swear it felt quicker to fly straight to fucking California than it did to Kentucky. And Kentucky's the next state over from Virginia. So, I understand, Dolly. Go report when she goes to court, example. Well, like I said, it's just financially. When I can financially afford to do things like to cover stuff, then that's when I do it. When I can't, I just can't. Right. I'm not a rich YouTuber. Right. So once it's in the budget, then we do it. And I don't think people realize how much money I spend to cover these cases. It's it's up there. That California trip cost me a good chunk of money because the hotels, the rental cars, but I did spend some money on myself while I was there too. So that cut into it a little bit because it was my birthday, so I kind of went a little expensive. But it was my birthday, so I was going to spend a little bit of money. You keep some weird out, Dollies. It's early here. You try to share a picture all the time on on your Facebook. Save all your receipts for tax deductions. I do. But that don't, you can save a little bit on taxes, but that ain't helping my bank account now. You know what I'm saying? That don't change the amount that's in there. So, of course, I'll write a lot of the stuff off when the time comes. But shit, the tax man hits me hard. That's why I started the business, so it wasn't so bad on me. Dolly, we need to see a picture of Melodee Buzzard's mother. Okay, well, go look it up. What are you telling me for? You don't know what her mother looks like? I'm sure you know what her mother looks like. Hey, Dolly, I always send you missing kids cases, though your messenger. Sorry if I'm a pain in your butt. No, you're not a pain in my butt. I appreciate people sending me cases. Somebody sent me this case, or I wouldn't have knew about it. I think PJ told me about this one though. I'm not for sure. Dolly, go look it up. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see her picture, go search her short legs. Why I gotta do it? Why I gotta do it? Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. You have to have a lot of deductions to beat the standard deduction. Yeah, but just the flights alone that I buy, them plane tickets are expensive. So, and I did a lot of traveling this year. You got to think about it from, let's see, I did Georgia, I did Florida, California, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Boston. I've done a lot of traveling this year, and I think traveling takes most of my money, right? Just the traveling alone. So, and yeah, I got them deductions and traveling. But I'm still gonna owe a shit ton of money because I didn't get my business legal to this year, right? So it would have dropped me in a lower tax bracket, and then I got to start paying myself, which I don't make a lot of money, so it won't be much. Yeah, you can write off your bills. Anything I use to do the internet with, I can write off. Even some clothes, right? Because I'm an entertainer. I file it as an entertainer. And so some of the stuff I wear, which it ain't much, but if I buy something, I can write it off. And so this year I owe some money that I don't got. But the following year, it should be a lot less on me. It's property tax time. I owe on my house. I don't even want to think about that. I was just thinking about that the other day that I got to pay property taxes. So tax man be effing me up. I ain't even lying. Like they take everything. You can't have nothing in Virginia. If you do, you're leasing it. You don't even own it. Like you just owe on everything. Owe property taxes on my slingshot. Owe property taxes on the truck. Owe the house. My lot, because my house sits on 2 lots. So I owe on the lot and the house. So yeah, I owed them a bunch of damn money. I don't even want to think about that. When I was there, and I mean that's that's why I said, like, I don't think people realize how much money I put into it looking for these missing kids. It's pretty much what I make on YouTube. I put everything back into the channel, either if it's through equipment or traveling or covering the cases and paying bills, right? Because I got to keep food in the refrigerator and the cable bill, the electric bill, stuff like that, phone bill. So it all adds up. But I don't do a lot of other stuff, right? Like I don't blow a lot of money on anything because I try to save to travel, right? Because I know something's going to come up and I'm going to need money. So I try to keep everything as much as I can. So when it's time to go somewhere that I have the money to do it. Look, brother, it's also hard on your body, man. I don't know. I like getting out. I like being out covering the cases more than I like being in the studio. Got to start driving old cars, Dolly. LOL. I drive old cars. What do you mean? I don't drive nothing new. What? I don't even got nothing even close to new. I got the slingshot. That's a 2015. Right, that thing's 10 years old. My truck is like a 2011. That damn thing's 20 some years old. Wait, no, it's 14 years old. It's 14 years old. My car is 14 years old. My truck and car is 14 years old. And my slingshot is, what did I say was 2015? That thing's 10 years old. The slingshot is nice. It's 10 years old. I mean, I just did all that work to it. What makes it look so nice? It didn't look that nice when I first got it. It was so dirty. I mean, it was the filthiest damn car I ever seen in my life. The dude had parked it underneath a tree and he didn't ever drive it. He's a buddy of mine. And I ain't even paid that off yet. So I told him, I was like, let me borrow it and I'll clean it for you. Right. The Corvette's a 2000. I'm selling that though. I ain't keeping that. That's just waiting to go. And I was like, let me use it. I'll clean it for you. So I used it and then I didn't really clean it too good because I didn't want it to be, get it all nice and then try to buy it because then he would want more money for it. So then I cleaned all the leaves out the inside of it because it was loaded with leaves. And because, it has that little like the seating area. It don't got no top. So when the leaves fall off the tree, it just falls right into the bike. So I cleaned all the leaves out of it. I didn't get the car real clean. And then I was like, hey man, why don't you sell this to me? And let's work out like a payment deal. And he was like, all right, I don't drive it anyway. So then once he agreed to sell it to me, then I cleaned it. Right. And then of course I started paying payments to him. But then of course I wrapped it and I added all the lights and then I cleaned the shit out. Really all it needed was a really, really good deep, and I mean deep cleaning. This shit was dirty. Like it was filthy dirty. And that was just from sitting there. It got that dirty from sitting. So then, of course, I added all the graphics to it, added the lights to it, cleaned the rims, cleaned the tires, put new bearings in it because it needed new bearings in the wheels from sitting. They were kind of rusted. So it got new bearings, new belt, new gear oil. Just the whole maintenance on the bike had to be done. So I did all that. And the only thing I didn't add was the wheel light. I still got them, but I haven't put them on there yet. So the lights got wheels too. I mean, the wheels have lights. I just haven't put them on there. So that's what I got left to do. I did all the other lights. I did all the graphics. I did the painting. I repainted it, all the metal on it. I did it in like a bright electric blue. So all the work that makes the damn thing look good, I did. When I got it, it didn't look nothing like that. But I did all the work myself, so it didn't really cost me much. So, but it looks 1,000 times better than when I bought it. Like when I got it from him. And now he's like, that shit is badass. Like he almost wants it back, right? I'm like, too late now, buddy. He could have made it look that good. He just, if you don't have the skills to do it, I put a lot of time. I put like me and PJ both. It probably took us a week to wrap it, like to put all the graphics on it. Probably about a week, and then I probably had about a week into putting the lights on it. So a couple weeks. It took me a couple weeks, and then probably had about a week of painting it. So I put about 3 weeks of work into it, and then I spent a week cleaning it. Just because it was everything was like I had to put like the restore on all the plastic parts of the car because they were fading and stuff like that. So I did all the restoring of all the plastic, and I don't know. It was a lot. Yes, you've done a great job on it, Dolly. Oh, I know. I mean, it looks good. Like you wouldn't know that car is 10 years old unless somebody told you, because it looks better than some of the ones that are new. I just did a good job on it. I did a good job because I pull up beside people that have them. They be like, "Yo, man, I like that," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I know. It's cool looking. It has all the skulls and shit on it." Did you ever check? Nina, I'm going to try to get your cup made tonight. Okay. I may need better graphics that I don't know. Like when I blow your graphic up, it looks a little blurry. I'm going to try to use it. But I may need a better image. Like usually when I print stuff, I don't know how familiar you are with like Photoshop or anything like that. The best print quality is 300 DPI, and DPI stands for dots per inch. Okay. Like, I don't know if I'm going to try to put your picture in there, but I noticed as soon as I blew it up, it started to look a little pixelated and blurry. And I was thinking, but sometimes you can get away with a little bit on a cup because it's not very big. Dolly, look at my message, please. All right. Hold on. But I just want your cup to come out nice, All right, hold on, PJ. My Facebook's being funny. You just ordered me food. I wasn't really that hungry, but okay. Yeah, I see Nina's in the room. That's what I'm saying about the cup. It always looked funny, Dolly. Or go to Illustrator and send vector. Let's see. I'm trying to see what Nina said. But Nina, yeah, if them graphics work, I'll let you know. But I may have to get you to send me a better graphic. or send me the picture and let me make the graphic. That way I can do it in the resolution that you need it in. I was sick for a bit. Okay, well, it's good to see you, Nina. And I'll definitely get your cup made for you. It's just a matter of having the right art. I looked at it and was like, oh, I was like, PJ, you may have to hit up Nina. Because I got your art. You even sent it, you emailed, I seen it, you emailed it to me, but then I seen it when you text it to me. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's going to work. Let me see if I pull it up real quick. I just want to make sure. I'll let you know as soon as I can pull it over there real quick and see if it'll work. But when I looked at it, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. Because one, I have to reverse it, and it has to be a certain. Okay, wait a minute. So many people send me shit that has nothing to do with anything. All right, that has to do with anything. Here it is. Here's the image. Let me save that. No, it may work. It may work. It'll look just like it looks on the screen. Is that somebody? Is that your son with him, or who is that with him in the bottom? Okay, let me shut this stream. All right, here we go. Let me see how it pops up. It's a little small, but it blows up okay. Yeah, I can use that, Nina. It'll work. That should work. No, it's the wedding group. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it has Morab and Aljamain Sterling in it. Aljo Sterling's wedding same weekend as the fight. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was getting married. Missy, I'm sure it's a mistake. He usually unblocks every few months. I haven't unblocked anybody in a long time. It's been a while. So you get blocked these days. Not good. Because it may take me months to get to you, right? And we have a lot of trolls. As soon as you unblock everybody, people come in and start saying some of the nastiest, meanest shit. Dolly, want to float? Do I want to float? Dolly, hey, love the hat. Hell yeah, go Raiders. Thank you, Stacy. So I done forgot what I was talking about. We kind of went so squirrel, especially when the internet went down. We were talking about the cases. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I don't think they're going to find Sebastian. I don't think they're going to make an arrest. I don't think they're going to make an arrest in the Summer Wells case. It don't look like we're going to see any arrests coming into Jack and Lily stuff. I mean, it's just sad. I mean, it's just a horrible situation that the police have failed these kids. Yeah, well, it's how many cups was it I'm supposed to be making? Is it 2 of them? It's 2 of them, right, Nina? 2. Okay, PJ. All right. Let me get the size that they need to be. Hold on 1 second. I got to find a tumbler. One that's already made. That way I can format it to. All right, here we go. Open with. See, I'm going to try to change the resolution of your picture so it's a little bit clearer. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm just working on her. I'm multitasking. I'm pulling up her art real quick to make sure everything's good while she's here. All right, let me bring this over here. Let me go up here, get her art. Oh, God. I didn't even know we're close. I don't know, Nina. Hold on. Nah, it don't look bad. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. So you can go ahead and give me the approval or not. All right, let's see. That's what it's going to look like. But I need to invert it. Which image? Let me see. What? Flip. All right, there's your image. Looks good to you? Okay. Give me 1 second. I just got to save that. Bring that over here. All right, let me save your image, because that's the exact size as a tumbler. So I had to flip it, because when you print something, it has to be in reverse. So save as. Let me do it as a PNG. All right, save that. Large scale. Shit. All right, let's shrink that. All right, now that I got her stuff ready, now I can print it. Let's see. Print. All right, fit perfect. Now it looks good. It looks good. Let me print it in more settings. Let's do it in high. All right, there you go, Nina. Your stuff's in the process. $73 is the high today. Yes, I love Halloween and spooky. Oh, guys, we still have tumblers. Let me show you guys these tumblers. If you ain't got them yet, You need to get them while you can. Let me pull this over here so I can share this with you guys. Oh, damn. Did I pull everything over here? I did. Let me pull this back over here. All right. Let me share this. Add the stage. Boom. So, look, these are all the new soaps we got. We got coconut shea butter. We got dragon fruit. We got lavender. These are body washes. We got the man card. All right. So, if you're a man, you need to pull your man card. You want to smell like a dude? There you go. We got watermelon. All right, there's your first print. Bam, Nina. I just want to see how it prints before I print the second one. It looks good. It looks good. I probably could have, if I would have done it, I could have probably done it a little bit better, but you did okay with what you got. It ain't bad. Hold on one second. Of course, we got our true crime tumblers. I'm here for the alibi. True crime addict says Dolly Vision down the side of it. All right, let's go view all. Of course, we got our t-shirts, tumblers, hats. Show you all the new soaps we got. There's all the new hats, t-shirts, cotton candy, cherry almond, crunchy pumpkin cake, cucumber melon, eucalyptus, honeysuckle, lavender, lumberjack, which is a man one. We got man card in the bar. We got pink sugar, raspberry lemonade, rose petal, strawberry champagne. We got the sweet tobacco. That's another man soap. Turtle spell, watermelon lemonade, creamy coffee, mystery box. We got some more soap than that too. I don't think we've got everything up here yet. Brand new premium mystery box. Of course, turtle holders, soap holders. Dolly got an eat t-shirt. Where's the baby t-shirt? These are all from Turtle Island, Dolly Vision, Turtle Island. Where's the baby stickers? Season 6 Turtle Island hoodies. These are other people's t-shirts. There's our trackers. So if you have a kid, you can track them. That's GPS trackers, $20. Okay, that's the TrackMate Guardian by Dolly. You put that on your child. If they go missing, there's more soap. Just keep scrolling. Okay. These, no, it ain't. That was it. Dolly got to eat t-shirts, hilarious. But when you click on these tumblers right here, our horror movie ones, you click on it and it'll bring one up, right? But if you go over here, you can click on which ones they are. Like, see, there's the Starbucks one with the, I don't know what a damn ghost is called. There's Jason Voorhees. See the Chucky, Pinhead. There's Chucky, good guy doll. There's Michael Myers, purple Michael Myers. There's Terrifier, Terrifier 3, Terrifier smiling one from the first one. Another Terrifier 3. Wednesday Addams, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Baby Starbucks Freddy, Red Starbucks Freddy. That's been selling pretty good. Beetlejuice. And of course, Scream. All right. So them in the horror movie tumblers while supplies last. All right, let me print one more of these. All right. Okay, it's printing your last one now. I don't know if you can see that. A tumbler is like a, yeah, it's like a metal coffee mug. The few you need it. Are the times backwards? Yes. Yes, I have to print them backwards. When it goes onto the cup and burns onto the cup, it'll be straight. But on the picture, it's backwards. Okay. So that way when it prints, it's right. So I have to invert everything before I print it. And then once I print it onto the cup, it'll come out. It's like a mirror. So your two are done. They're right here. And I'll print these later today. And that's custom, guys. Like I did hers custom. Like I don't know what we charged extra for custom. PJ knows. But if you want something custom done, because I print everything. So if you want something custom, it just takes a little bit more time to get it, right? Like it took her a little bit of time to get those because we've been working on other things. But we'll do custom orders for you, but it costs more because then I got to go in and like I did hers, I have to invert it. I have to go in and change the resolution of it. And if this is just for somebody that wants something done custom, 30 plus shipping is custom tumblers. Okay. That's almost what we sell them for regular, ain't it? Ain't tumblers like $25? We need to up the price. I thought that's what we sell regular tumblers for. No, we sell them for 20, right? They're 20. So yeah, I don't mind doing. I think it's like $10 more is what it is. I'll customize your tumbler. If you want something custom, like say you hit me up and you want something with your kids' pictures on it or whatever it may be, I charge $10 more. Okay. But I'll customize it, put your name on it, whatever you want. Turtle Island is tonight. Yes. So, kindness kitty usually sends me email, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Plus lead time. Any news on that case? Your grand loves her Tumblr. Okay. I am subscribed to PJ Vision. Buzzard is the woman that ain't talking. Yes. Yes, it's been raining here for 3 days. Well, I had a green hoodie on, but if I get up here with a green hoodie on, I turn invisible. Okay. It was just my head was showing because I have a green screen. That's how I'm able to show you all the images behind me because there's a green screen behind me. See my hand disappear? It's a green screen. So if I wear green up here, I'm invisible. So when I was in the living room streaming with you guys, I had a green hoodie on. But when I came back here to stream, I had to change hoodies real fast because I'd be invisible. It'd just be a head, floating head. It'd be like this much of me. That would be good for Halloween. So, yeah, the way I'm able to show you all the images and the tickers and stuff like that is because everything in the studio is green screen. I used to have like a brick wall behind me. I mean, I still have the brick wall, And that's like a set I build. And I still got that, but I got it covered with the green screen. But I've been thinking about going back to the brick wall. I don't know. I'm not sure. I may build a set to where it's built, where it ain't green screen. The thing is I wear a lot of green. Like I got a lot of green clothes. So not being able to wear green is kind of, weird because I wear a lot of green, believe it or not. And every time I go to do something, I got to make sure I don't have nothing green on. Green or yellow. If I wear a lot of yellow, it don't show up. Like this piece of paper. See, it's green. You see it? See how it's invisible? If you look real close, it's there. See how I'm just went invisible? That's all it takes is a little bit of green and it goes invisible. Oh, Lord. I cannot answer the phone right now. I don't have my phone on me, PJ. I think she's about to tell me my food's here. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys be good. Dolly loves you. I'll see y'all later. All right. Peace.